Hello and welcome to another episode of Tavern Talk. Okay, this will be episode 10 in the series. Alright, let's play. Whew. Let's start our day. What will happen? I just heard a sheep. Oh. Jade, she's back. Hello, innkeeper. Hello, it's been a while since I've seen you around. A whole week to be exact. And you already miss me? A little? Cute. I got my hands on a job all the way over at Diria. Seemed like something relatively easy, but well paid. Or like something too good to be true. Not this time. Apparently the farmer just wanted it to be done quickly, so she offered a higher than average rate. Sounds like easy money. Yeah, I wish. You know, I think I could use a drink first. Something that'll loosen my tongue. I feel like this job drained me of all my social energy. Only if I get to hear the rest of the story. Sounds like a good deal to me. Okay, so I think it's Spoken Heart. Spoken Heart. This one. Yeah. Okay, so we need this one. 1, 2, 3. And a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. Thank you, Undo. Pat, pat. Pat, pat. You're such a cutie. Alright. Oh, there's all these infusions now. Okay. Ring the bell. Let's hope this suits your taste. Your drinks never disappoint. Glad to hear. I can definitely feel my charm coming back to me. I made you a drink, now it's your turn. Tell me about your last job. Fine, a deal's a deal. Told you the client's a farmer, right? She has a large flock of two-headed sheep. Apparently, the darn star fall damaged their barn, and they somehow managed to break out of their enclosure. Didn't think they were that clever, honestly. Must be the two brains. Probably. Anyways, they got out right before their shearing appointment, and of course the farmer needed to get them back in time. Especially considering the rumours around Daria at the moment seems to be a dangerous place nowadays. Apparently, an unusual amount of cattle have been going missing these last few weeks. So local folks have been keeping a close eye on their flocks and fences. Of course, the farmer wanted her sheep to be safe, so she hired someone to bring her animals back. That someone being you? Obviously. I thought to myself, I'm a monster hunter. Handling animals is basically my job. I'd say a monster hunter is rather known for, well, hunting instead of handling. That was exactly the issue. Do you know how stubborn two-headed sheep are? Let me guess. They're twice as stubborn as one-headed sheep? You got it. They're impossible to get moving, impossible to startle. One head might be eating, but the other one is always watching you. But you did it right. I suspect you wouldn't be here if you hadn't finished the job. You're absolutely correct. I was at my wit's end. Imagine having fought hundreds, if not thousands of beasts. And some sheep are the one enemy you can't win against. That sounds like an incredibly humbling experience. It was. Trust me. But luckily, I got some help. Another adventurer saw me struggling and offered her assistance and knowledge. Or should I say, a retired adventurer. Oh? Yeah, she was very insistent on that label. Some kind of astral finfolk must have lost her arm a while ago. Oh, no. Back to the sheep. She told me there's apparently one thing that gets their full attention. You got any guesses on what that magical tool might be? I have no... Clovers! Morning dew clovers, to be precise. They go absolutely feral for 'em. A few will make them follow every single one of your commands. But someone with your experience should know that, innkeeper. Do you two know each other? Barely. Ha! Keep your secrets then. Oh, so mysterious, innkeeper. I want to buy her a drink after she helped me out back there. Didn't expect you two to be best friends, honestly. Best friends? I think you got that wrong, Jade. I'd never befriend someone like her. I have taste. Well, that was unnecessarily rude of you, Una. You don't even consider my feelings. Consider me sorry, Inkeep. Apology accepted. Speaking of taste, what about your drinks? I know you've always liked experimenting with potions and other suspicious liquids. Looks like you finally made it, huh? Indeed. I think I got the hang of it. Then what are you waiting for? Your old rival is waiting for a drink. Probably one that'll restore my energy. Those sheep made my old bones all wobbly, and I don't like feeling so weak. Got you. Oh, look at the little turtle is hiding from her. Let's see what that old magic has to offer. Don't worry, she might look like it, but her drinks are actually really good. She might not look like it. Oh no. I bet. I'll just take that as a compliment, I suppose. Yes, she wants high strength. Should we give her the sailor's courage? Like this one? Should we give her sailor's courage or southern brawler? Let's give her sailor's courage. Okay, alright, do we go... Okay, that's negative. Okay. Yeah, we go this one. Right. Then we go 2. Okay, and then we go one of these. Southern Brawler? Nice. Wait, do we have to put some of this in there? Huh. Oh, because it's negative. Two of those in there. Okay, now it's Sailor's Courage. Got you. Whew. Okay, thanks, Sandu. You sparkly eyes. Yeah. Oh, little turtle's out. Oh, wow. Impressed? Don't get cocky now. You don't have to be shy. You can just admit I've improved. So, Una, Jade told me you're retired now. Had enough of adventuring business? Absolutely. I don't want to have anything to do with that anymore. I've completed enough quests for at least 2 lifetimes. And yet you decided to help Jade. Ever had to handle a 2-headed sheep? Not yet. Lucky you. Lucky indeed. I just couldn't watch her struggle with those stubborn beasts any longer, but this was a one-time exception. Did the farmer pay accordingly after your morning dew clover's magic trick? Oh, absolutely. She was so happy she gratefully paid both of us. Oh, that's good to hear. She even tipped us with some gems she supposedly found in one of her fields. But I'm a Malayada. I don't have any use for stones like those. And since I retired, I couldn't care less about material riches. So we figured we'd give them to you instead. But I wouldn't tell that precious blonde dragon priestess if I were you. Feels like a blasphemous gift. Ooh, citron. Oh, divine gems. A little blasphemous indeed. I think I know just the right way to use them. Thank you. Don't mention it. Now that we're done here, I can finally go back to crocheting for the rest of my life. Oh, it's a crochet hook. Didn't get this hook put in for nothing. Of course, I also occasionally gotta rip some youngsters off while playing cards. I haven't lost a game in at least 4 decades. That's remarkable. Or impossible for someone who's only playing fair. I think your lucky streak will end with me today. I've also never lost a game in at least a decade. Are you challenging me to a duel? Absolutely. And whoever loses has to pay for the next round of drinks. That's the spirit I like, you, bounty hunter. And don't come crying to me after I annihilate you. Ha, you wish. Ooh. Jade, be on guard. You worried about me? Cute. I just know for a fact that Una is a master at cheating. I doubt it's changed. So you're saying you've lost against her? More than once, yes. Pathetic. Hey, are you talking about me? Listen, Inky, if your opponent is obviously cheating, like she was, you can't beat them fair and square. You got to beat them at cheating. Now, watch how a real master does it. Oh, that's too cute. Oh, she's back. Oh, hello. Good day. I have returned, Innkeeper. Welcome back, Miss Anwar, and welcome. This brave adventurer's name is Clay Moore. He offered unexpected support during my quest. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you so much on behalf of, the world. Yes, of course, the world, Mr. Clay. You don't need to do the whole Mr. thing. Just Clay is all right with me. Otherwise, it sounds so formal, like talking to one of those graph people. Oh, you wouldn't want to be one of those. Clay it is, then. Can I offer you both a drink in exchange for the story of how you two met? That would be a fun trade, right, Tia? I think I would welcome it as well. Then what can I get you? Clay, please go ahead. Oh, you've got a lot of stuff on the menu. How about one of those drinks with the ingredients? You look strong. How about something extra for those muscles? Well, that sounds nice. Let's go with that. 1 minute. Okay, let's do another Southern Brawler. So we go you. We go 2 of you. Okay. Go. So 1 of you. Okay. Sailor's Courage, that's the one I meant to do. Thanks, Andu. I said Southern Brawler, but my brain was thinking the other one. Ding, ding, ding. There you go, Muscle Man. Try this. I think it might knock your socks off. This tastes strong and magic-y, but my stocks are still on. Still, I love it. I have to remember this one for next time. What is it called? Don't worry, I'll remember it for you. Thank you. Now, Miss Anwar, what would you like? I need some of that liquid vigilance. Even in here, it's important to stay on guard. Oh, wouldn't this be the right time to relax? There is no such time. All right, then I shall aid you on your divine mission of not falling asleep standing. Okay, so... Okay, she wants defense. Oh, we've got new people. I really like Bea the Swamp Witch. I actually really like her. Okay, seems Daria to be unsafe at the moment. Daria. According to a myth of ancient times. Deep in Gravenlock. Banshee. It's the Banshee one. Okay. Alright. Defense. Maybe this one? Let's give her that one. Okay, you need... Okay, that gives defense. Okay, maybe the feathers. Okay, and then... Oh, wrong one. Sorry, Andrew. It's this one. 2, 3. Okay. And more of this. First snow. Okay, is that the one we wanted? Yeah, first snow. Alright, thank you, Andrew. Ring the bell. Some liquid vigilance diluted with some delicious secret ingredients. Enjoy. I could do with something less diluted, but you're right, it's delicious. Happy to hear that. Do we get to tell the story now? Please go ahead. You think I should start with the seashells? No, I think some exposition is in order first. As you already know, Innkeeper, I plan to start my investigation right here on Zenith, specifically at the local Gear Temple. So I've been told. Mostly about that wobbling ooze. Oh, yes. That was certainly something unfortunate. Besides their fascinating personal secrets, they had nothing of value to share with me. But fortunately, thanks to your rumours, I was not entirely without a lead. The wizard prophecy led me to Dowell, or should I say, the Abandoned Isle, or Fairweather. The name changes depending on who you ask. I didn't know it had that many names. I always just called it Kelpie Island. Why? Because it's shaped like one. Probably the smartest approach. Kelpie Island or Fairweather its name means very little to me. Its local settlement of Fae was much more relevant. They built everything into the giant sequoia that holds their portal to Avalon. Their portal is in a tree? Yes, right in its centre. They call it the Horizon Tree. It's beautiful. The Fae themselves were moderately helpful. It was difficult to get them to focus on the severity of the situation, and I was pretty sure they were preparing some sort of morbid ritual with the acorns that they were stringing up between the rose bushes and asymmetrical shapes. Oh, I always thought those were art projects. Common misconception. It sounds more like they were preparing to charge them with astral moonlight. For what? If you freeze them, they make for good ice cubes. Do you participate in such practices? Not at the moment. I'm just not going to question that. Eventually, I got them to sit still long enough to ask them about any strange occurrences around their settlement. Did they understand your definition of strange? After some explanation, they told me about how just recently an astral humpback whale had rampaged through one of their nearby scouting camps, just 2 days before the stars fell. They said it seemed like it was running from something and that it was full of seething fury. They also claimed it to be a good sign because it promised adventure. Seems like an understatement. Majorly. I mean, it did end up in some kind of adventure. Investigating disaster is not an adventure. It is a necessity of dire circumstances. I had fun. The two of us. Certainly was a sign of something being awry, and I was determined to get to the bottom of it. So naturally, I made my way to a nearby carapace beach and prepared a celestial summoning ritual under the young astral moon. For the humpback whale, I suppose. What else would I be summoning? I thought maybe you wanted to ask Cassiopeia for her input. Are you out of your mind? The realm keepers have sworn a divine oath of neutrality that prevents them from directly interfering with the simple world of us mortals. The full might of their power would disrupt the delicate balance of their cosmic design. Right. Sorry, slipped my mind. You are forgiven. As I was preparing the ritual, readying myself to confront the troublemaker, I suddenly found myself being interrupted by a strange request. That was me. I asked her if she needed any more seashells. Did she? I did, actually. Pairing dragonhead tritons and flimmering limpet shells can heighten the dual aspect of the celestial twins, therefore making the connection to the astral sea more stable. Obviously. I had hadn't managed to find a limpet shell, and one happened to be amongst his offerings. I honestly just thought she was decorating the beach and that she could do with more colour. You weren't wrong in that way. Sadly, the shells burned up during the ritual, singed Tia's hands too. Just a little. Fortunately, I possess spectacular healing capabilities. Fortunate indeed. Were you collecting seashells for beach decorating or your very own ritual clay? I was collecting them for my friends. At this time of year, Kelpie Island is full of all kinds of sparkling floating animals from the astral sea. And they love munching on seashells. Do you encounter these creatures a lot? I try to, they're very nice. Clay can talk to animals. Gia's blessing rests upon him. Oh, you're full of surprises. Thank you. Though I'm not always sure they like talking to me. They tend to disappear sooner or later. Sometimes they come back, but often they don't. Oh, look how sad he is. I think maybe I accidentally say things that upset them without realising it, and they think I mean to hurt them. I hate when that happens. You mean they just disappear like they never were there? Yes. Like they moved to a different, quieter beach. Or like they returned to the astral sea. I feel like they would tell me if they went back home. Not necessarily. Many Astrian creatures can traverse the plains at will, but they don't always have control over when they return. On many occasions, the astral currents pulls them back home before they're ready. And once you're swept up in them, each subsequent journey out becomes more and more difficult, or so I've been told. I would guess your friends either went home when you weren't there, or got pulled back before they had a chance to say goodbye. So you're saying the sea swallowed them? Not quite. It just beckoned them home, through a celestial hug of sorts. So that means I could just visit them in the astral sea? That would be an incredible undertaking. Travelling between planes is quite hazardous. Is it? But echoes are from primordial sea, and my family has lived here for quite a while, I think. They must have gotten here somehow. I say it was much simpler to traverse between planes once, but for a long time it has almost impossible without complicated and dangerous rituals. Until recently, the astral sea was the only possible way to pass through the barriers, and accessing it requires meticulous planning, not to mention the sea tends to come with more risk than rewards. Even the Astrian friends who can choose to leave their home plane on a whim can get pulled back by the currents eventually. Imagine what would happen to you if you went in unprepared. But the Fae on Kelpie Island aren't from Gia either, and they told me they haven't lived here for very long. Since the 5 interplanar portals opened up, interplanar travel has become a lot more accessible again, at least when it comes to the dream planes. But even the astral and primordial seas, not to mention are finally open to us again after all these years. It is true miracle to witness in our lifetimes. So the portals haven't always been there? I didn't know that. Who put them there? Well, that is a very good question. And one that would blow the scope of this conversation beyond its bounds, I would think. You still have to tell me how you summoned that whale. You're right. We're getting off track. As Clay and I talked, he told me about his fascinating friendships with the astral creatures and his ability to speak with animals as if they share a language. So you asked him for help? Well, he offered his aid. I certainly could have handled it on my own, but you didn't have to. Right, that obviously. Thank you very much, Clay. Anytime. So I summoned it. The ritual worked exceptionally well, and it appeared out of the sky in a wave of concerning darkness. Stars used to accompany them. I mean, there was one star. There was. The whale was even bigger than I had anticipated, almost as tall as the horizon tree. And in its stomach rested a giant sun, the only star of the night sky whose light had not been extinguished, nestled right in its belly. That sounds unhealthy. That's an understatement. The star wasn't the thing to worry about, though. The whale didn't look all too happy about being summoned. Instead, it looked like a wounded animal that was one loud noise away from lashing out. And it looked sick. Its translucent skin was grey, like it was frozen with the coldness of the highest mountains in the deepest depths. Its eyes were pale, almost blind, with no warmth within them. I thought for a brief second we must fight this beast before it consumes us and everything in its path. But when I looked over at Clay, I saw a deep understanding in his eyes, like he was seeing a monster, but a friend. So I stayed quiet, knowing that whatever he knew outweighed my fear. You knew what it needed, Clay. Not completely, but I knew that look in its eyes. That feeling when you're so scared, you get angry, when you want to fight because you're terrified you won't be able to flee. So I kneeled to show it didn't mean any harm, and I held out my last conch shell in my hands. It took a moment to overcome the instinct to mistrust, but then it picked the shell up gently and ate it. I saw the conch freeze as it was swallowed. It looked painful. I wanted to comfort the whale. I reached out and carefully put my hands against its cheek. I wanted it to know it wasn't alone. I'm sure it needed that. It did. It was so scared it cried tears of golden dust. Its tears turned into ice before they even hit the ground. It was at that moment I realized its body had been cursed with a potential frostbite. I knew it didn't trust me yet, so I did what I previously would not have thought possible. Through a hand in Clay's shoulder and the magic of your drink, I was able to briefly transfer my magic into Clay, allowing him to cure it of its frost disease. He kissed it on its forehead and the ice burned away, freeing it of the endless chill. It was quite sweet. That's one lucky whale. And one unusual effect of that infusion. Is that not usually possible? Inspiration is a fickle thing. Such magic is deeply personal and differs from person to person. I always enjoy seeing how others imagine support to look like. Tia's support was very helpful. I'd hope so. Once it was free of its pain, the whale was ready to talk to us. I asked what had happened, and it told me about fighting some sort of evil creature on 2 legs. A creature on 2 legs? So humanoid then? We assume. It turns out whales don't care much about our appearances. It cared more about all the things being thrown at it. What a mean way to approach a whale. Apparently it swallowed some kind of stone. It could only remember its black and white colour, that it tasted horrible. But I thought, I haven't strong digestive thing. It's nothing to worry about. Rookie mistake. The 2-legged monster just wouldn't stop attacking, so it fled as quickly as it could, trying to find its way home. It felt really bad about destroying the camp. I get why. The worst part about being angry is seeing the wreckage you leave behind. Tia, do you ever get angry? No, I am the embodiment of calmness and self-discipline. Where I come from, they call that repression. Luckily, its anger subsided when it found its way back. I thought it was finally safe, but suddenly this freezing cold began. I don't mind the cold much. I'm from the Highlands, and we get a lot of snow in the winter. But the kind of cold it was describing sounded awful. Pain and inescapable, like it was freezing from the inside out. The potent frostbite I mentioned, it seemed a curse, took hold and slowly spread throughout its entire body. It tried to keep itself warm by feeding on the solar crabs and cosmic squid, but that didn't help much. It just kept getting more scared and angrier and colder, until even its brain was freezing over. It couldn't think of anything other than the cold. So in its desperation, it ate the hottest thing it could find. A star. A giant one at that. It looked deceptively small contained in its belly. But apparently it was one of the biggest ones in the night sky had to offer, the East Star. It ate Pharos, a guiding star of the endless seas? It did, and it helped. It kept its frostbite at bay, even if it did not eradicate it. But as you can imagine, such a massive star disappearing did not have the most desirable effect on the astral sea's delicate balance of gravity. I can imagine that. The whale was very confused about what had happened, but it said all the stars around it suddenly started to fall and spin out of place. They crashed into each other, causing more and more destruction with each passing moment. It didn't understand everything it described, but it sounded bad. To label it as bad would be quite the underestimate. The falling stars ripped holes in Cassiopeia's wings. To think that just one hungry creature could break the entire balance of the universe. It was hurt and scared. It should have endured instead of hurting others. It was alone. It didn't know all that would happen. It can count itself lucky you were there to help. Indeed, I don't want to imagine the additional chaos it could have caused. I don't care about could-haves. I just care that we were able to help. Did you also manage to free it of the star in its stomach? No, the frostbite may be gone, but that star is part of it now. It has become the first of a new kind, a sun humpback whale. And probably the last one too, as all the other stars in the astral sea have been snuffed out. We will never be able to see the night sky again, and in turn that whale must forever live with its guilt nested in its stomach. You're right, some things are forever changed now. That's kind of the point of disasters. But perhaps the star doesn't stand for shame, but the pride of its survival. We shouldn't be sad that most are gone, but happy that one managed to make it through. Besides, we may have lost the night sky's starry companions, but it managed to gain 2 new friends. Even the worst of situations can lead you to the light sometimes. I like that. You should never be sad about finding new friends. Speaking of friends, on the way back we ran into this travelling souvenir shop. I brought friendship bracelets for Tia and I with little charms on them. But she didn't want to wear them just yet, so I'm waiting until she's ready. That's very nice of you. Right, Tia? They're a hazard for fights and could get caught in things. Sure. I'm looking forward to seeing how they look with your armour. Tia also found something for you at the souvenir shop. She said it reminded her of your tavern. And now that I've seen it in person, I agree. Now I'm curious, what is it? Oh, it's so cute. Oh, that's very pretty mosaic. The shopkeep told us a little bit about it. Supposedly, this piece of art represents a new beginning after a hard-fought battle. Kind of like the rise of the sun humpback whale. That's very fitting. Thank you, Tia. So... Tia, aren't you glad Clay was there? I suppose I am. You really are? You are surprisingly competent. Perhaps one might even say I could not have done this entirely without you. If one was to be extreme about it, I think someone like you could do anything alone if you put your mind to it. But that doesn't mean you should have to. I'm always happier when doing difficult things if I have help from other people. Well said, Clay. Stellar teamwork to you two. Keep it up. Will do. Much more importantly, clearly our quest was not successful. What are you talking about? You cured the sun humpback whale. You cured the sun humpback whale. You found out why the stars fell. You even made new friends. What more could you want? We still haven't the slightest idea who caused all of this. An angry humanoid figure. And that is who exactly? Well, we can rule out you and me, and the innkeeper. We can rule out you and me. Ouch. No hard feelings. I believe you're innocent, but sometimes evil hides in plain sight. One must not be led astray. I understand paranoia is a hard habit to break. Clearly someone orchestrated this. It seems too random and methodical to have been an accidental side effect. I must find out what hides in the darkness. If something like this happens again, it could end in a calamity, the likes of which we have never seen before. Don't worry too much about it, girlie. This is just the kind of how... Wait, think before you speak. Don't worry too much about it, girlie. This is just kind of how oblivions are around here. This is just kind of how oblivions are around here. Oblivions. Okay. I think that's what it means. I wouldn't call this just another oblivion. How often have you seen the stars fall from the sky? 0 times. I was asleep when it happened, and now that it's over, there goes my chances of ever witnessing a supreme meteor shower. You should not wish to witness such horrors. Some horrors are fun to look at. Listen, love, when I was your age, I used to worry about stuff like this all the time. This weirdo over here did too. We all did, at one time or another. But if I know from experience that making such a fuss about it won't get you anywhere. These bite-sized calamities are part of the natural order of things. From chaos to balance to chaos and back to balance, everything just switches around in a never-ending cycle. Sure, it's good to keep an eye out, but you don't have to give yourself an aneurysm over it. Just pick up a quest if it worries you and follow the natural flow of the universe. That way, if you're lucky, you'll end up retired like me. Such a leisurely attitude only leads to failure. And even then, someone is always going to save the world in the end. And that someone is going to be me. Ha! Oh, the youth. Anyway, old enemy, got another drink for me? I'm running dry. Anytime, Una. Are you still running low on energy? How about another strong one? You got it. Okay, let's do the sailor one again. Oh, wait. We've got to draw it. Sailor's courage. Okay. Alright. 1, 2. Okay. One of those. And 2 of those. Thanks, Andu. Ding, 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 ding. Something strong for the most strong-headed lady I know. Weird way to admit that you've lost every argument against me. But this drink is splendid, I'll give you that. See, with one of these, your worries will be washed away with flavour. Good or bad, depends on the day. I find your apathy borders on tragedy. And I find your hero complex unsustainable. Remember, kiddo, they don't build these statues for folks who are alive. Who cares about statues? My purpose is my purpose, and I don't care who immortalizes me. No one's purpose is to die, girl. Life is much more meaningful than that. Anyway, my purpose is winning at cards right now. Good luck with your delusions. I apologise on her behalf. It's fine. Tia, are you dying? No, she was purely speaking in the hypothetical. I'm not sure what that means, but it doesn't sound like it could damage your armour. But you know, maybe we should listen to her advice, at least a little bit. My granny always says, with age comes the priceless wisdom of mistakes. That's so much, actually. I think your grandma's advice would be much more helpful than whatever a failed hero has to say. You think retirement is failure? One's post should never be abandoned. If you can still serve this world, you should. Not sure if that's bleak or inspiring. The latter. She was right about one thing, though. The past is full of terrible disasters that were prevented. Which means that this too could have been attempted before, if not very successfully. Knowledge of something so vile must be scarce and well guarded, maybe even abandoned. I've never come across anything like this anywhere in the Aperture's library. Granted, the Aperture has only been standing for a little over 2 decades now. Its library can't be that vast. Many of the Order's books were relocated to the new stronghold, but I do believe that we don't currently harbour the knowledge I seek. For that, other avenues must be explored. What are you considering? We could even ask everyone we come across until we find someone who knows something. Good idea, but that would take far too long. I think we should look for the Everbloom archives. Is that a book club? An ancient one, Everbloom was one of the great 7 Maiden archives, the Gaian one to be specific. Legend has it, there used to be one on each plane. Even Tua, the plane of the dead. They were once filled with all the knowledge of the cosmos and grew in size every day, thanks to their fearless archivists. But even they fell to an unknown foe and have been lost to time ever since. I believe one of them could hold the answers we seek. Innkeeper, do you perhaps know where to find this archive? Nope, not much of a librarian, unfortunately. Disappointing. But you could keep an eye out for it, right? You could ask all the scholarly people that pass through here. Of course, I can do that. Perhaps you can start by asking that bounty hunter once she's done gambling all her money away. You could ask her yourself. I would rather not. I'll take the terrible task off your hands then. Wonderful. You won't need more than a day to take care of this, right? I could do with a little more time. Nonsense. We don't have more time. I need your full commitment on this, innkeeper. This is very short note. As are disasters typically, hence the vigilance, I shall return in a full prepared quest tomorrow morning. Okay. In the meantime, you should rest. Don't be ridiculous. I have things to do, people to help, prayers to consult. Una was right. A good night's sleep would do wonders for you. I could even offer you some coupons to a beautiful swamp spa. Fine, I'll take one or two, though they won't be put to much use. If I rest now, who will this world have faith in? I shall see you tomorrow. It's always nice to see burnout happen in real time. Don't worry, Clay. I'll go. Don't worry. I'll go with her and make her some soup. Soup always helps me when I have a headache, and it sounded like she has a big one. Do you want some soup as well? Oh, yes, please. I'll bring some tomorrow. Do you have any allergies? No. Thank you, Clay. Anytime. Then the recipe will be a surprise. Have a superb day. I'll take some of those coupons too. Wonderful. Talking through everything really helped. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. I hope you held on to those seashells. Catching up with some astral friends might make you feel a little better. Actually, I was thinking I could use the shells to make some friendship bracelets for Tia and I. I want to carve them into stars. Oh, I think that sometimes you can... I think that sometimes you have to make something beautiful out of the things that hurt you. Oh, stop, actually, that's so sweet. Otherwise, you're left with anger that has nowhere to go. Oh, do you like being angry? No, I don't. Me neither. But we all get angry sometimes. It's not the most fun, but it's important. Never getting angry doesn't solve anything either. It just makes you smaller and smaller until people no longer see you as someone they need to think about. At least they're not scared of you. Anger doesn't make you any more of a monster than silence makes you a saint. Be a whole person, Clay, and don't be scared of who that is. I'll try, Innkeeper. Thank you. I hope you find a way back to yourself too. Oh, thank you, Clay. Me too. Oh, shut up. That's so cute. We've got things in our little book to read. Whew. Okay, hydration time. One moment. Oh, it's our friend. I can't remember any of the voices I gave these people. I'm trying to think. Scully. Top of the evening to you. Welcome to my tavern. Oh, what do my magical eyes see? New faces? New acquaintances? With whom do I have the pleasure today? No way, a speaking skeleton? Haven't seen one of those in a long while. Hello there. How incredibly rude of me to leave out my introductions. My name is Scully. And he's so polite as well. You can call me Una, Mr. Scully, and that one over there is my friend Jade. Did she lose? Did she lose the card game? Fellow Mahayadaya, Mahada, but with more skin left. Which isn't immensely difficult, I suppose. Glad to make your acquaintance, Una and her friend Jade. Jade, that's a beautiful necklace you have there. Oh, maybe she won. Scully, shouldn't you be named after a gemstone? Okay. Something about it looks really familiar. Don't you think, Scully? I have no clue what you're talking about. It does remind me of Scully in a way. When was the last time you were digging around in graves? Never. I think your senses might be deteriorating with age. Just like your ability to win while cheating. Ha! Don't get spart with me now. Oh, Asteria's worst beast tamer. Oh, the wonders of friendship. You two seem to get along so well. Oh, absolutely. I think I should be going now. I still have work to do. What a coincidence. I happen to want to say the exact same thing. But wouldn't it be rude of us to leave that distinguished gentleman all by himself? I think one of us should definitely stay a little longer. Isn't it cool that both of you have bones made of shimmery gemstones? That is true. I haven't seen another Mahala since I woke up. So anywhere between 2 weeks and 2 centuries ago. See, it's a match already. Would be a shame if the two of you were to become friends. Huh? Anyway, see ya. That was quick. Indeed. I guess a woman her age knows what she wants. Oh, it's this guy. Wait. Good mythical morning. It's well past sunset, Hex. That might be true, but it's still morning somewhere, I know. You got it. But today, I'm not here to talk with you about primordial magic. Today, we're going to celebrate my sister. Greetings, everyone. Come on in. Pleased to meet you. My name's Scully. Jade. You can call me Hex, and this is Grace, my little sister. Yes, I know she's taller than me. You can keep it to yourselves. We're here to celebrate, not to roast, though some fire might be fun. No fireballs inside Hexagon. I'm forgetting all the voices. I'm just reading. If you insist, a fireless party it is then. My bones are aching for a party. I haven't attended one in what feels like an eternity. What's the occasion? My wonderfully talented sister successfully defended her wizard doctoral thesis just today. She can now call herself an actual full-blown selenite witch. It's not that special, honestly. I beg to differ. That's a majorly big deal. Congrats. I must congratulate you as well. Quite an outstanding achievement indeed. You're very sweet, thank you. I have to agree with everyone. You should be proud of yourself. How about a drink on the house to celebrate your graduation? Hex already told me you're a real magical connoisseur. I would love to taste one of your creations, Innkeeper. But I don't know what to pick. Could you recommend something to me? Of course. How about a drink for your wits? Your brain must be tired after debating your professors all day. That sounds lovely. My brain could use a little pick-me-up. Coming right up. Okay, we want brain food. We've got a lot of new. So there's Clay. There's Grace. Okay, if we go back, kind of have a paragraph for each person now. Oh, we've got 2 paragraphs for them. Okay, and we've got more rumors. It's held in infinite knowledge, so we need to know about... Okay, brain food, that one. Sunny breeze. Ooh, peak sunrise. Let's do this one. Did we manage it last time? Okay, so that gives us pluses to those. Okay, this one gives us the brain stuff. Okay, so we go 1. Oh wait, we go 2. Go 1 there. Then we go 1 over there. Peak sunrise. Oh, we did it. Okay, thank you, Undo. Ding, ding, ding. My, this is delightful. See, I told you, she definitely knows her craft. Say, Inkip, do you have a PhD in mixology by any chance? Last time I checked, no, but I do have a lot of experience. Took me a while to get the hang of it. I can tell, your drinks are really tasty. I could easily go for another round of debating right now. Is anyone else up for a drink? Nah, not yet. I'm still energized from earlier. Scully, Hex, what about you two? I'm good. Don't want to steal the show today. I would love a refreshment for those old bones, actually. Perhaps something that will bring back the charm of the old days. At your service. Okay, charm. Alright, is that like a spoken heart? Okay, do we have something that's more... Ooh, maybe they could have a sunny breeze? Oh, because we've also got that one for brain food. Maybe we go... Yeah, try sunny breeze. Okay, so we want... Any pluses to brain is this one. Yeah, let's put one of those in there. Okay, one of these. Oh, that's a double negative. Wait, we need this one. Oh, there's a sunny breeze. Okay. Alright, click. Here you go, drink for the charming gentleman. Oh, what a lovely taste. It warms my bones inside and out. Should I be worried? Maybe it's an undead thing. Well, theoretically, it would be possible for a magical drink to warm one's bones. You just need... You and your wild dreams, Hexie. Maybe leave those experiments to someone with an actual laboratory for once. All that talking about studying and degrees brings back so many old memories. I also was a scholar once. I spent my life as an archivist in the Gian Everbloom archives, to be precise. Before my supposedly eternal Sumbler. I've read a lot about old archivists, but I've never had the chance to talk to one. Well, obviously, they're all dead. All of them? Yes, the archives were destroyed ages ago. They're mostly a myth now. Oh, that's quite sad. A lot of knowledge must have gotten lost with them. I guess so. If you wouldn't mind, Scully, I'd love to hear more about them. Maybe we can revive some of that old knowledge. It would be my pleasure, but sadly I cannot remember much of my research. All those years below ground and without sunlight don't seem to have been good for my memory. It's been a few centuries since I've been alive, so I'm not even sure where one would find the archives nowadays. Or their ruins, rather. Okay, do you remember the environment surrounding them? Maybe you just need to think about it a bit harder. Maybe that could help. A little, I believe. I might have even woken up close by. My early memories as a skeleton are quite hazy. During my lifetime, the archives were located deep underground. Gear's lively blessings were juxtaposed with the hostile and lifeless mountain rage. They were surrounded by nothing but rocks and boulders and sharp stallions and fangs. Even if you made it out of the mountains, you'd be greeted by either dry steppes or poisonous lake. The liquid in that lake could singe the meat right off your bones. I knew someone that fell into the lake once. I remember it as if it were yesterday. Well, that sounds like not the best place to build an important archive stronghold. Wouldn't necessarily agree. They say the books and scrolls in the Mayadan archives contain all the mysteries of our world and the realms that surround us. Of course, you have to protect that knowledge. Would be a shame if someone... Anyways. I think I know the place Scully's talking about. Oh? It sounds just like gravel mac, sharp rocks next to a poisonous lake. There's no way a location like that exists twice on this plane, at least. Or I would have heard of it. I wouldn't recommend going there. It's a bit exceptionally dusty after all these years. But think of all those hidden treasures, knowledge left untouched for a millennia. That sounds too ambitious even for you. Fine. Your delicate wizard sensibilities wouldn't last a day in Gravelmac anyway. Oh, and you would? Who can say? Anyway, I gotta go now. Shared enough secrets of the trade today already. Thank you for your reluctant service. What a lovely young lady. She would have made for a great archivist. And a grumpy one. I'm sure she just had a long day. As I have, honestly, I'm very tired. I'm absolutely sure of it, that. But you should be proud of yourself nonetheless. You should take care of yourself. But you should be proud of yourself nonetheless. You seem like the kind of person to downplay your achievements. I'm getting your PhD, and getting your PhD really isn't something small or insignificant. Oh, it's nothing really. I spent a lot of time researching. Definitely my thesis was a mere formality. Scully's and my point still stands. I'm sure your brother would agree with us. Absolutely. You're all very kind. I appreciate it. How about we call it a day? It's really getting late. A splendid idea, as I would expect from a witch like you. Seems fair. Hope you get to enjoy the rest of your evening, innkeeper. I will. Theo, practically. I think we can make that quest now, yeah. So, a Fabled Everbloom Archives. Okay, not that. Okay, the archives once held the knowledge. Okay, Banshee. Capital is wrapped in ruins. Usual amount of undead. Okay, here. Deep within Gravelmac. Hide treasures of long... Yeah, here. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, maybe we do that there. So... yeah, let's do that. Alright. Quest created. Whew. Good night, undo. Munch, munch, munch. Sweep, sweep, sweep. And that's been a day. Alright, we'll save our progress. Okay, save. Okay, good, good, good. Thank you everybody for hanging out. I appreciate you. And in the light of giving and receiving, I honour you.